Hello, and I want to talk to you today about time. It's all relative, isn't it? I mean, think back to when you were small. Things like birthdays and Christmas coming round, they took forever to come, didn't they? I mean, that's why advent calendars were invented, for little people to go, are we nearly there yet? Is it Christmas? Can I open my presents? I don't know about you, but I remember being 4 3/4 when somebody asked me how old I was. Because I was nearly 5, but I couldn't quite say I was 5, and I was desperate to get there. Time's all relative, because now, do I want to admit how old I am? Not especially. My point is that time is all relative. It depends on how old you are and how your experience of time has been. When we're children, we haven't got much time behind us, so time feels very slow going past. The older we get, the faster it goes. Agreed? Okay, that's the first thing I want to mention. Time is relative. So we'll come back to that one in a minute. And the other thing I want to consider is the language we have around time. I haven't got enough time. I spend time doing things. And the language around time can be very heavy. Haven't got enough time. I'm too busy. Da, da, da. And in fact, we actually use busyness as a badge of honor. How are you? Oh, I'm busy. Busy? Really? That all adds to the sense of overwhelm. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have a lot on. Definitely do. My question to you is, would your perception of it, would your feeling around it be easier, be lighter, if you changed the way you spoke about it? So that's the other thing I want to mention. Let's go back to that first one of time being relative. A lot of the people I speak to who go, oh, I know I've got a booking me. I'm too busy doing the do. I've got stuff to do. It's overwhelming. I wouldn't know where to start. Have you heard of Parkinson's law? Maybe you have, but you didn't know you did. It states that something will take as long as you give it. So if you know you've got a deadline, you jolly well get on with it, don't you? I mean, I at university wanted to get things organized, be organized, have my ducks in a row. And at the beginning of the term, we were given an assignment that had to be in at the end of term. That's 10, 12 weeks away. Oh, plenty of time. So I kind of did a little bit of prep, did a little bit of research, and then 2 weeks before it was due in, I suddenly went, I gotta get on with it. And I got on with it and got it out on time. My point here is, how do you work with time? Are you somebody who knows that you've got a deadline to get to, or a timeline, if you will, and you steadily work towards it? You reverse engineer and you find the steps in between, and you give yourself a mini goal, a mini step, a mini deadline, if you will. Or are you somebody who says, oh yeah, I've got 3 months, and then a week before you suddenly realize the date and go, get it all done? Now, I'm not talking about the quality of work on this point, because you may be somebody who works brilliantly under pressure and can knock things out. You may be somebody who takes their time and knocks things out. My point is, how best do you work? Know yourself is what this comes down to. There are a lot of time management gurus who talk about time blocking. We'll do an hour on this project, an hour on that project, an hour on this project, an hour on this project, and you block out your calendar for those projects. That works fine if you can switch between one program, one project, if you will, and another. Now, I don't work well like that, and it took me a while to realize that, because all the coaches I was working with said, no, we've got a time block, an hour for this, an hour for that. It'll be good discipline to walk away from something and get on with something else. I don't work easily like that. I don't work productively like that, I should say. For me, it would take about 20 minutes to sort of put the boundary on the first project and move on to the second, by which time I've only got 40 minutes. And so I felt as though I was constantly chasing my tail, and it didn't feel productive. It felt heavy. It felt overwhelming. And then I interviewed a lady for the From Page to Stage podcast who shared that she, for various reasons, ended up with 3 weeks from start to finish to write and submit for publication her book manuscript. So she cleared the decks. She was fortunate enough to have a family who could feed her. And basically she went into her writing space and said, only disturb me for food and fire. Everything else, deal with it yourself. And she got the book done. That's how best she works. And that got me thinking, I work best when I have a block of time for a particular project. So I now do Mondays is such and such, Tuesdays is such and such. Mondays are usually around podcasting, getting the interviews done, getting them recorded, getting the editing done, getting the socials around those planned and scheduled. Tuesday is usually the day that I sit down and do all the social media, get that lot all done. Wednesday, I've got other things on. Friday is my writing day, and I commit to writing the whole day. That, for me, is far more productive. I'm talking about me. It may not be the way you work. My point is, be conscious about how you structure your time. How are you best productive? Are you a morning person? Are you an evening person? How are you going to get that most productive time for yourself? Know yourself and how best you work around time. Secondly, was the language. Are you spending time? Are you wasting time? Are you investing time? Very interesting feel about those 3 words, isn't it? Spend time. It's a finite resource. You can't get that back. So how do you spend your time? Do you invest your time in being productive? Or do you waste time scrolling? No judgment here. I can certainly relate to all 3 of those words, which is why I'm mentioning them. So my point here is busyness a badge of honor for you? Or would it be slightly more productive to talk about being productive? I have a lot of things that I'm working on at the moment, and I'm steaming through them. How is it that you language what you're up to around time? Do you feel the heaviness, the pressure, the overwhelm? Because your language will add to that, if that's how you're languaging it, if that's how you're speaking about it. Because what you tell yourself is so important to how you perceive the world around you. So that's my suggestion for you today. I've actually mentioned 2 points. Know yourself and how well you relate to time. So if you are somebody who knows they have a book to write and they're feeling overwhelmed, you want to do a bit of extra work on that. As I mentioned last week, I have an accountability mastermind group. Let's get some momentum for you. So that way you feel it's no longer out there and overwhelming. How do you speak about what you're doing? Is it busy? Are you being productive? That's just a quick one for you to think about. Want to know more? DM me. For now, though, I'm finishing off my day doing the socials. Bye from me.